Hello everyone and welcome to this new video on essentials of trading psychology. In this video we have brought to you some more interesting content that will definitely help you improve your trading career. We will be going over trading psychology and its importance. So इस वीडियो में हम ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी को स्ट्रेंथन करेंगे जो आपको अपने ट्रेडिंग करियर में ज़रूर हेल्पफुल होगा. Now let us see what we are going to cover in this talk today. So we will see basically five main points. They are: why do 90% of the traders fail, which is very common; being FOMO or fear of missing out; and greed. हम greed को कैसे कंट्रोल करना चाहिए ये देखेंगे यहाँ. Why is trading psychology so important? काफ़ी ट्रेडर्स ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी को इग्नोर करते हैं, इस पे ज़्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेट नहीं करते. सो वो 90% ऑफ द ट्रेडर्स जो ट्रेडिंग से बाहर भी हो जाते हैं, देखेंगे कैसे. द फोर फियर्स ऑफ ट्रेडिंग. चार फियर्स होते हैं ट्रेडिंग में: प्राइड, हैप्पीनेस, एंगर एंड इम्पेशंस. इन सब को कैसे डील करना चाहिए देखेंगे. हैविंग द राइट माइंडसेट. अपना जहन, अपना माइंडसेट कैसे बनाए रखना चाहिए ट्रेडिंग करते समय. एंड फाइनली कंक्लूजन. शुरू करते हैं फर्स्ट पॉइंट से. वाई डू 90% ऑफ द ट्रेडर्स फेल. एक न्यू टॉपिक पर बात करेंगे आज. आपको ये रियलाइज़ होगा कि ये हम सब के अंदर है पहले से. Here we need to understand something called as random reinforcement. This is something very interesting. Let us see the definition first, which is not so easy to understand. Then we shall understand the topic using examples. So what is random reinforcement? It is the attribution of arbitrary events to qualify or disqualify some hypothesis or idea, giving the illusion of skill or lack of skill to an outcome that is unsystematic in nature. So I know that this was kind of technical and I'm sure many of us did not understand it completely. So इसे हम example से समझेंगे तो बेहतर रहेगा. So long back, a scientist did an experiment on two mice. He took the first mouse and fed it with same amount of food every time the mouse pressed a lever. But for the second mouse, the supply of food was irregular. So when the second mouse would press the lever, it would sometimes get a small quantity of food, sometimes it would get larger amount, and sometimes nothing at all. Now the scientist observed that the second mouse pressed the lever compulsively and more frequently than the first one. The scientist concluded that the mice responded more voraciously to random rewards. Now it turns out that we humans are not very much different from lab rats. Let us see how we behave when we see an incoming phone call from an unknown number, and when we see that our cell phone goes off when we have few hundred messages or notification. So we notice that it is not easy to ignore, right? So scientists have done this experiment on two mice. उसमें से एक माउस को सेम अमाउंट ऑफ फूड प्रोवाइड किया जाता था जब भी वो लीवर प्रेस करता, बट दूसरे माउस को अनइक्वल अमाउंट ऑफ फूड प्रोवाइड किया जाता था. और उन्होंने ये नोटिस किया कि सेकेंड माउस मोर फ्रीक्वेंटली लीवर को प्रेस करता है. ऐसी सिमिलैरिटीज़ जो इंसान भी डिस्प्ले करते हैं उसे वेरिएबल रीइंफोर्समेंट कहते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, कभी हम न्यू या अननोन नंबर से कॉल आ जाए तो हम क्यूरियस हो जाते कि कौन है और उसे इग्नोर नहीं करते. और कभी 100 मैसेजेस हो फ़ोन में और फ़ोन स्विच ऑफ हो जाए तब भी हम क्यूरियस हो जाते कि ये मैसेजेस किसके थे होंगे. The scientists described this effect as variable reinforcement. The standard theory of motivation says that a person will be motivated to repeat an action if he gets a reward for it. Such response to an action is called as reinforced response. But when a response is reinforced in an unpredictable manner, like it happened with the second mouse, it generates a high and steady state of response, which means when you receive the reward with irregular frequency, your behavior is reinforced even more strongly. So the urge to check your portfolio constantly is a type of addiction, isn't it? And every time you see a paper profit into your portfolio, you feel good about it and it acts like a virtual reward. And your brain associates this good feeling with your action. That is, the portfolio and the activity gets reinforced. Now, since the stock markets are volatile, stocks in your portfolio will sometimes show profits and sometimes there will not be profits. So this irregular frequency of profits in your portfolio becomes a source of variable reinforcement. So we have two examples to kind of better explain and understand in kind of layman's term. Let us try and understand relying on randomness. Suppose there is one person named XYZ who pulls out his chart and sees that Bitcoin is shooting up and it is rapid. So he decides to enter the trade and leaves for a minute. Then the person turns to see that he is in profit, so he closes his trade. Now he thinks that if it worked once, it will work again. He then proceeds to blow his entire account. So do not be like him. This happens to more than you think. So a lot of traders who just begin usually go into a trade just completely randomly, and they don't have a plan, they don't have a strategy. They just see it going up and they are like, okay, let's get in. And oftentimes that doesn't work out. But when it does, the beginner trader tries to find a pattern in that, and when they proceed and try it again, it doesn't work. Now let's understand abandoning a proven strategy using an example. This also happens so much, but not just to beginners, but also to the experienced traders. So never abandon a proven strategy, never do it, and never try and find a golden strategy because there is not one. In this example, let's have a person ABC who is an experienced trader and he has been using a proven strategy with success. But now he has gotten a few consecutive losses, for example, three or five consecutive losses. Now he is worried that his strategy doesn't work, it doesn't work anymore, and he begins to use an untested strategy and he proceeds to blow his account. सो इस एग्जाम्पल में एक एक्सपीरियंस्ड ट्रेडर को एक प्रूवन स्ट्रेटजी जो वो सक्सेसफुली एग्जीक्यूट करता था, बट ड्यू टू सम रीज़न उसे एक साथ 5 बार लॉसेस होते हैं सेम स्ट्रेटजी यूज़ करने से, और फिर वो परेशान होता है कि वो स्ट्रेटजी वर्क नहीं कर रही और वो कोई और अनटेस्टेड स्ट्रेटजी को यूज़ करना स्टार्ट कर देता है और इससे उसका अकाउंट ब्लो हो जाता है. So, when you are starting out your trading career, you will notice that even with proven strategies, there are going to be times when you are going to get losses. This comes with trading. It is natural, it will happen. You are going to lose, and oftentimes you will. You will lose consecutively. Of course, that is painful, but it happens, and you cannot just abandon that strategy and just move to the next one. So you have a good trading plan and you keep your emotions in check and make sure that you have a good trading psychology in order to be a successful trader. So definitely do not abandon a proven strategy. It will not work. Now let us talk about FOMO and greed. So what is FOMO? FOMO is fear of missing out. We have discussed this long back and I'm going to repeat it here again. It refers to the fear that the trader or investor feels by missing out on a potentially lucrative investment or a trading opportunity. And this will often lead to late entries and that will result in losses. It happens to a lot of beginner traders as well as experienced ones. So, the most important thing here is to stick to your plan. This will not happen to you if you stay disciplined and stick to your trading plan. सो बेसिकली फोमो में ट्रेडर एंग्शियस फील करता है कि प्रॉफिट देने वाली अपॉर्चुनिटी कहीं उससे मिस ना हो जाए. इसी वजह से वो ट्रेड्स में लेट एंटर होता है. ये यूजुअली बिगिनर्स और एक्सपीरियंस ट्रेडर्स के साथ भी होता है. नाउ हाउ डज ग्रीड अफेक्ट ट्रेडर्स? ग्रीड यूजुअली अफेक्ट्स inexperienced traders or the new traders or beginners. They think maybe if I stayed in a little bit longer, I will make a bit more. That way of thinking almost always leads to their trade reversing and making less than what they could have if they stick to their trading plan. If it does not happen the first time, it will happen the second time. Going back to random reinforcement, relying on randomness, this happens. So definitely do not be greedy. You have to manage your emotions and keep them in check. Now let's talk about why is trading psychology so important. Some of the emotions and feelings that traders experience are helpful, while other emotions such as nervousness, fear, and greed can hurt trading success and should therefore be controlled. Traders who understand trading psychology will generally avoid making decisions based on emotions or biases. Having an understanding of trading psychology and your own emotions will lead you to a successful trading career. आप गलतियां करने से बचोगे अगर आपकी ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी अच्छी हो तो। अपनी खुद की साइकोलॉजी और इमोशंस को समझो सो दैट आप बेहतर डिसीजंस ले सको। And it will majorly help your stress levels because in trading comes stress. But if you know how to manage all your emotions and not rely on biases or randomness, then you can keep your stress levels in check. Now let us talk about the four fears of trading. The first one being pride. So it is good to take pride in job well done, but sometimes we pin our pride to our ability to score big wins. And this can be problematic since we cannot control the markets. मतलब ये कि अपने आप पर हद से ज़्यादा गर्व या ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस ठीक नहीं, क्योंकि मार्केट्स हमारे कंट्रोल में तो नहीं रहते। एंड हैप्पीनेस, इट इज़ अ वर्च्यू, अच्छी चीज़ है, but it also leads to laziness if we rest our laurels for too long. We can miss some great opportunities, and if we are used to disappointment, we can fear the unfamiliar feeling of success. Anger. Now, anger is like pride. It can convince us that we know better than the market if we cannot accept what the market does, and we get angry. We get angry at it for disagreeing with our knowledge. We risk making a bad decision even more worse. So, do not let your ego get extraordinarily large. Keep your ego in check because if you don't check it yourself, the market will 100% check it on you. Impatience. We all know that good things come to those who wait. But let's face it, it is important to stay focused and give our trades time to win. If you cut out too soon, you might miss out one big breakout that you are hoping for. But this also works in opposite fashion. If you are impatient and you see looking according to your strategy, you see that there is a possibility that the price will move in your favor and you get impatient and you enter it too soon without having that solid confirmation based on your strategy. Price could reverse and then you can lose the trade. So patience can work in both ways, and just in general in life, it is good to learn patience. So it basically means impatience, मतलब सब्र नहीं है आप में या रेस्टलेस हो तो फोकस बिल्कुल कम हो जाएगा. Now let us see the key characteristics of a successful trader. They are all comfortable with taking risks. People with very low risk tolerance who cannot accept losing trades are not cut out to be winning traders. Since losing trades are simply part of the game of trading, right? Winning traders are able to emotionally accept the uncertainty that is inherent in trading. Trading is not like investing your money in savings account with a guaranteed return. मतलब ये है कि रिस्क तो लेना ही लेना है आपको, इस चीज़ को लेकर परेशान बिल्कुल नहीं होना. अगर रिस्क को टॉलरेट करने की एबिलिटी नहीं है हमें तो जाहिर सी बात है लूजिंग ट्रेड्स को एक्सेप्ट करने में मुश्किल होगी. बट ट्रेडिंग का एक हिस्सा लूजिंग ट्रेड्स है, बिना इसके ट्रेडिंग नहीं. अगर ये समझ गए हम तो समझ लेना कि हमें एक सक्सेसफुल ट्रेडर की क्वालिटी है. नाउ रिस्क टेकिंग, दिस इज़ लर्नड. Now it is going to take time for you to become comfortable with taking these risks because you are risking your own capital. So it is going to take time. But it is definitely something you need to have to learn if you want to become a successful trader. And successful traders are capable of quickly adjusting to changing market conditions. They do not fall in love with or marry their analysis of market. If price action indicates they need to change their view on probable future price movements, they do so without hesitating. मतलब मार्केट में जो चेंजेस होते हैं उसे जितना जल्दी एक्सेप्ट करेंगे उतना बेहतर है, इसमें हेजिटेट बिल्कुल नहीं करना. They are disciplined in their trading and can view the market objectively, regardless of how the current market action is affecting their account balance. This is so true. Again, going back to this consecutive losses, if you have 10 successive or consecutive losses, but if you stay disciplined and you push through that, you will come out on the other side as long as you have good psychology, good trading psychology, and good money management skills. You will come out on the other side green as a winner. They do not give in to be excessively excited about winning trades or excessively despairing about losing trades. Winning trades control their emotions rather than letting their emotions control them. They make necessary effort and take necessary steps to stay self disciplined. They operate with strict money and risk management rules. Winning traders are not reckless gamblers. They carefully calculate potential risk against potential reward before entering any trade. Now, if you take note of every single point that is made here and you stick to it, you learn it and apply it to yourself and to your trade, you will be a successful trader. Obviously, there are few more things that go into trading and being a successful trader, but these points right here will definitely carry you very far. And lastly, conclusion. Psychology is a huge part of your trading. The better you understand your mental and emotional patterns, the better you are likely to do. So set your rules ahead of your trade, plan your entry and exit, stick to your plan and remember to practice. Demo accounts and paper trading can give you an insight on how you will react in actual trade without the risk. Watch what other successful traders are doing and always use a stop loss wisely to protect your bottom line. And never trade without a stop loss. But also, I would like to mention to use demo accounts. They are a fantastic tool when you are learning as well as if you are an experienced trader. However, I would encourage you, as hard as it may be, practice as if you are actually trading. So that's all for now. I hope the talk was simple and easy to understand. You need to practice these set of skills in your trading to become a better trader. We will be back with another new video that will help you in enhancing your trading ability. Till then, stay tuned and have a great time. Happy trading, everyone.